Okay. Right, the blower. I'm just forcing it down. Hopefully I'm doing the right thing. Woo! You know, this reminds me of giving a monkey a machine gun. You should never give me tools. Just to give you an idea how this blower works, if you're interested, which I would be, that's half the reason I'm playing with it. That's just a one-piece shell. As I said, it goes in one side. It doesn't suck through the middle, it sucks around the outside, so whatever comes in here goes around the outside and comes out the bottom. And consequently that one comes around this way. So you're pretty well going to be locked in with which way you run it, because it has to run around the outside. So you can swap it around and turn it the other way, that's all good, but it's dictated by running around the outside. These impellers, or whatever you want to call them, I've run a magnet over them. That's aluminium and that's steel, and that is pressed in there. It'd have to be pressed in. I can't see a keyway anyway. So my idea originally was, when I was going to do this, was I was going to, the light's fading. The idea was to machine these down to a quarter their size. Then I was going to come over to here, and I was going to, which side have to be this side, yep. I was going to machine this one flat with the back, so it's just flat there. Machine that flat to there, and this flat to there, so in other words this section here disappeared. And then I was going to put a plate, just, you know, stick a plate there so the screws can go through to the plate. There's nothing here to go through to, so the plate becomes the new end. Sorry, here the plate becomes the new end. I'd have to oogle that away. The plate becomes the new end, and this part can just bolt up against the plate, and I can just bolt there wherever I want. You know, dunk, 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 dunk around the outside. So that was my plan, and it can be done, but the problem is it's going to be far too expensive to do. So I'm just not going to do it, and I'm going to do it via gearing. So my thinking was, by reducing its size, I reduce drag, because this end here, that rubs along the outside to get a good seal. It rubs close against here when it goes around, so there's always drag, the whole thing. So yeah, there's gears. So I wanted to get rid of drag, but maybe just by turning at a lower speed, it's similar to getting rid of drag. I know when I first got it, you know, I put my drill up against it, and it took some power out of my hand drill to keep turning it over. It made a roar, whoa, you know, but certainly took the power out of the drill. Now, if I gear that, I'm not going to spin it anywhere near as fast, but hopefully it still gets power. I did notice that when I was just playing with it on the bench, and I sort of took these bolts out here, or the cover off that was in there, and I took the cover off, I could feel the ends were blocked, and I could feel the air blowing out when I just turned it by hand, like it was just sucking in here and blowing out there, and I could feel it, and that was just turning it by hand. So I'm reasonably confident if I gear it down to 1/4, it will still do what it's supposed to do. So yeah, it's going to be big and bulky. I've got all sorts of problems. It's going to be heavy. I'll just have to work with those things and take it and just do with it. So my job now would be to get this back together. Hopefully I haven't damaged it by pulling it apart. Well, now that I've got the blower back together, I've made a bit of a mock-up of how it's going to sit. My main areas of concern are, you know, is that mudguard going to touch the blower? Yeah, it's going to be close, you know. Is that blower going to be close to the bar there? Yeah, it's going to be close. How well will those line up? Yeah, they will, roughly. You know, so I've got a few things to work out, but this is my mock-up. As far as I can tell, that mudguard's in about the right place, and I'm very scientific about it. I've sort of gone off those drawings, you know. Since when have going off drawings been a bad idea? So that's going to be it. Thereabouts. It's close, you know. It's close. It's close there. It's close there. The reason why I wanted to shrink it is to give me more room, so I could move the whole thing closer. You know, I could bring it down to there if I'd made it narrower, but I can't. So that distance from there to there is about 35 centimeters. So and the blower will be, the wheel is going to be biggest on this side. So the wheel, one end will be up there and one end will be down there. And that's about 100 millimeters. And down here it's going to be, I'll just get some focus on that. Down here it's going to be 25 or 30. So I'm going to 4 to 1 and 3 to 1. I'll order some extra two wheels here, so I can give me the ratios of 4 to 1, which is what I've got to do to make a quarter the size, or 3 to 1 if I want to gear it up a bit. And the difference on the gear here won't make any difference. I've got to build a tension wheel into here, somewhere to keep some tension on the belt. The motors go anti-clockwise, so it'll be pulling on this side, tension wheel on the top side. It should be okay if you line up. Yeah, that's roughly where it's going to line up. I think I can do it. So that's going to be it. It looks like it can be done. I've now got enough confidence. I'll order what I need to order, wheels and stuff like that, with the blower aside. Get the motor going now. So the next thing is I've got to pull that water pump cover off there and have a good look in there, and I'll do another one on that one and see what's going on there, to see how I'm going to build the wheel out. Okay.